everyone, how have you been? In English, we say that we must use active voice. Why? First, it uses less words. Second, it's clear. Third, it's easy to understand. However, there are places where we cannot use active voice. So we use only passive voice. In today's video, we are going to learn about 5 such places where we use only passive voice. All the examples that I'm going to use while explaining those 5 points to you, I have added title cards and I have put all those examples there for your convenience. Alright, let's begin our lesson today. First situation, anonymity. We do not know who performed that action. The doer of the action is unknown. Okay, so in these places we use passive voice. Let's look at some examples now. First, my bag was stolen. My bag was stolen. I don't know who stole it. So the question who cannot be answered. Who or what cannot be answered in these situations. Okay, my bag was stolen because I do not know who did that. I cannot use he or she even. Okay, so use passive voice. Next, the door was left open yesterday. I don't know who did that. Okay, the door was left open yesterday. Next, all the chocolates had been eaten. Who ate them? I don't know, but when I opened my refrigerator, they were missing. Next, he was taken to the hospital right after the accident. We don't know who that kind person was who helped him. We know that he was taken to the hospital right after the accident. So in places where the doer of the action is missing, we do not know who did that task, who performed that action, we use passive voice. Second, when the doer of that action is more important. For example, law of gravity. Who discovered that? Sir Isaac Newton. So Sir Isaac Newton is more important. So we use only passive voice. Law of gravity was discovered by Sir Isaac Newton. What about the bulb? Who invented it? Thomas Alva Edison, right? So who's important? Thomas Alva Edison, right? So we'll say the bulb was invented by Thomas Alva Edison. Okay? Now, who painted Mona Lisa? Leonardo da Vinci, right? So we say Mona Lisa was painted by Leonardo da Vinci, right? So here also we use passive voice. Okay? Next, these stories were written by Ruskin Bond. Who's important? Ruskin Bond, right? So we say these stories were written by Ruskin Bond. Therefore, in the second situation, when the doer is more important, the person who is performing the task is more important, we use passive voice. Third, when the action is more important, who did it? Not important. Doer of the action? Not important. Okay? The action itself is important. For example, my ancestral house was built in the 16th century. Who built it? I don't know. And I can't find it out, and it's not important. What's important to me at the moment is that my ancestral house was built in the 16th century. It's just a sentence. It's not a fact about me. Okay? Next, your parcel was dropped at your doorstep yesterday. What's important is your parcel, not who did that. Who dropped it at your doorstep? That's not important. Your parcel was dropped at your doorstep. That's important. Next, these paintings have been imported from India. Okay? Who imported them? I don't know. Not important. What's important to me is that these paintings were imported from India. Okay, so in these places where the task is more important, the action is more important than the doer of the action, we use passive voice. Okay. Fourth, in formal occasions or writings, we use passive voice. Let's see how. If it's an announcement and if I have to announce it, I'd say, Sam has been selected as the dance captain of the studio. I will not say, I have selected Sam as the dance captain. No, because this is formal, because this is an announcement, we use passive voice. So Sam has been selected as the dance captain of this studio. Next, he was awarded for his bravery. Suppose you're in a conversation and you forget suddenly that who gave that award, okay, to my friend. I don't know. How do I frame a sentence now? Don't worry. Just use passive voice. Okay, so you can say my friend was awarded for his bravery. Okay, so you can escape that situation like this. Be smart. Okay, next. My driving license has been approved. Again, this is formal. My driving license has been approved. Next. Paris is known for the Eiffel Tower. Next. Bihar was known as Magad in the ancient times. History, right? Formal writing. In scientific writing, we use passive voice. Why? Because it's not important to mention the person or object. Okay? What's important is the task, the research, okay, the scientific experiments. For example, samples were collected for this research. Who did that? Not important. Let's look at these examples now. These patients were given antibiotics. Okay, these patients were given antibiotics. Next, booster doses were given to all of them. Booster doses were given to all of them. Therefore, in formal occasions, in formal writings, scientific writings, we use passive voice. Last but not the least, we use passive voice to talk about general truths or quotes. Okay, for example, Rome was not built in a day. Rules are made to be broken. Not really. Okay, don't take it literally. All right. Now, yeah, there are certain rules which we can break. Okay, on a lighter note, but not on a serious note. Okay. Next, the most painful goodbyes are the ones that are never said and never explained. Another one, life's greatest lessons are learnt at the worst times after the worst mistakes. Let's recapitulate. We use passive voice in these 5 places. First, anonymity. When the doer of the action is not known, when we cannot answer the who or what questions. Okay. Second, when the doer of the action is more important than the task. Third, when the task is more important than the doer of the action. Fourth, in formal occasions, writings, especially scientific writings. Fifth, when we talk about general truths and quotes. Okay, I know my video quality is not up to the mark. I'm working on it. I'm trying to find out how I can shoot best videos just for you. My audio quality may not be that good, but I work really hard on my content. So let me know if you learned anything from this video, and also if there are any other topics you'd like me to cover, please let me know. I'll make a video on that as well. Okay, so keep learning, stay blessed, stay safe.